You already know Gunline Battleground radio show. It's your boy Ace McClowd, spokesman. Definitely still on board. Got the Warden, Coach Fras, silly. What's cracking?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
You know what I mean? Like we said, we got a special guest. He damn near like family now. You know what I mean? It's like an extended family out here. You know what I mean? But without further ado, we want to introduce the people. Mr. Kap Kallous. What's up, Kap Kallous? What's cracking?
What up, world? I'm just out here, man, living. Just touchdown back in Orlando, Florida, in Ozone right now. Had a pretty wild weekend back and forth between Toronto and New York and shit, and just out here doing it big, man. What's good with y'all?
Oh, man, we doing it big out here, too, man. We doing real good out here, man. But first things first, man, right off top, I want you to let the people know who is Kap Kallous and what is GrindtimeNow?
Kap Kallous is the motherfucking man. I'll be out here doing it real heavy. Ozone representative, Ozone veteran, 1/3 of Smash City Gauntlet, one hell of a fucking MC, one of the best battle rappers out of Florida. And I've been doing my thing for a long time. You know, I'm a hip-hop and music in general enthusiast, real proud of the culture. You know, a battle rap enthusiast. GrindtimeNow.com is the biggest MC battle league in the world. You know, if you're trying to do your thing and you think, you know, you've got your chops up, this is definitely where you wanna be. And I mean, we've been doing it for a long time, building shit from the ground up. We got a lot of love for the culture, and we're just here to, you know, maintain, support, and make people in the stars. You know, we got love for everybody.
Yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to you, man. And I know it's not just yourself. Who all makes up the GrindtimeNow family, like as far as the bosses are concerned?
At the top would be Direct. He is the founder of GrindtimeNow and the co-CEO, along with Lush One and Mad Hills. So those would be the three cats at the top.
And with that being said, how did it all come together? Like with, you know, Grind Time branching out to, you know, Canada, West Coast, you know, y'all got Grind Time New York, you know, now affiliated with the Gunline Battlegrounds.
Basically, about like 3 years ago, or whatever, you know, a cat named Direct Williams, who's a good friend of mine, like a brother to me. Shout out to Direct. You know, started shooting battles, you know, hit up some of the local battlers in the scene in Orlando. He was out here, you know, doing his thing. You know, he was out here for school, for film production. And basically, he shot a couple battles, you know, in a park. And, you know, they started getting, I think it actually started off as Grind Time Radio. Right. He was doing a little radio show with his homie. And then it was like about battles similar to what y'all are doing. And they shot some battles. And the battles got some really good reception. And from that point, I think he started reaching out to some of the bigger people in Orlando, like myself, like Mad Hills. I'm trying, you know, to get some of the veterans involved. And then, you know, so we all started getting involved in the company. And then, you know, the ball just started rolling, you know, the snowball effect, you know, flash forward to, you know, Scribble Jam, which is like a really well-known MC, like a freestyle competition. Shout out to Kevin Beecham and all the cats out there in Cincinnati. Basically, we were all networking out there a lot, and I know, like, you know, they all knew each other from the WRCs and from Scribble Jam, so that's how Lush got brought in for the West Coast chapter, and Jay's Juice and eventually Pumpkinhead for the East Coast chapter against Sonny Bamboo in the Midwest. Shout outs to Sonny, you know, Immaculate in the Northwest. So, I mean, we're all people. Well, you know, the dope thing about Grind Time is that we're all a network of battle MCs and MCs in general. Like, you know, no one really involved in the company, you know, hasn't battled or hasn't rapped. You know, it's for MCs by MCs. So, you know, that's basically, you know, like when it comes to like our mission statement, the way we handle things is like, you really can't fail if you fuck with us, because we've all been in them shoes before. Like, you know, whether we were like, you know, young cats trying to like, you know, cut our teeth out in the scene and like battle rapping over beats and showing up, you know, or battled in high school or whatever it was, we all made a name for ourselves outside of music battling as well, you know, being little scraps and trying to figure things out. So we've all, you know, it's different when you're battling for cats, you know, like, you know, when someone throws a battle and they don't know what it's like to be a battle MC, you know, it's hard to cater to what their needs are and stuff. So I mean, that's what we specialize in, is actually knowing what it's like, you know.
Okay, definitely. That's what it is. That's what it is. So it's nationwide.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely nationwide. I mean, we're working on, you know, we work with a lot of leagues outside of, obviously, we support, you know, everybody else. You know, shout out to King of the Dot, Organic out there is the dude who runs King of the Dot. I was just at their event in Toronto. That was really dope this weekend, called World Domination. Heads a company called Don't Flop. You know, that's out in the UK. We've also got, you know, it's crazy. You know, there's Got Beef that's in Australia. There's Flip Top Battles in the Philippines. I mean, the cats in the Philippines get, like, you know, like 1 million views because, like, you know, the Asian support system is, like, gigantic. They support each other so well. Like, you know, Flip Top Battles are crazy, and some of the cats be rapping in English. Some of them, you know, be rapping in Philippine dialect. So, I mean, it's nuts because, you know, we're in a renaissance right now where it's like, you know, it's at a height of popularity. You know, and battle rap, just like anything else, you know, goes through its phases. And I think, you know, it was really popular. Like, every 3 to 5 years, it has its peaks and valleys. And right now, I feel like we're at, like, the highest peak battle rap has ever been at. So, you know, it's a great time to be a part of a movement like this. I'm really proud, you know.
Indeed. So, excuse me, what would you say is the difference from each region that you've touched? You know, because I know it's definitely a difference in each region, from the north, south, east, west, northwest, you know, southeast, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I could definitely touch on that. Basically, I can start, you know, I'll go around in the circle in the map. Like, the East Coast cats are known, you know, for having a real street style. I'm not talking about just New York. I'm talking about, like, you know, New York, Philly, like, you know, the whole area, Jersey. You know, they're really known for their street style. Lots of, like, basically, like, you know, really heavy on the punchlines, aggressive delivery, you know, and, you know, being, you know, just, and I guess that really sums it up, is, you know, like, lots of punchlines, really gritty, aggressive, you know, in-your-face battle. And when you think East Coast rap in general, you know, I mean, that's your thought to it. You know, you head over to the West Coast. The West Coast is a lot more styled out. You know, they focus more on style. You know, they'll change up their patterns, and they'll try to out-style you. You know, and that's even, like, going back to freestyle battles. Like, you know, if an East Coast cat went over to the West Coast and did a freestyle battle, the West Coast cats would try to style out on them and be like, you can't do this. You know what I mean? I'm going to change up my rhythm and flip my voice and, you know, really, you know, show you what style is. You know, you head up down south, and, you know, the South is a melting pot. You know, so we've got kind of a mix of everything. You know, we've got cats that get real gritty with their punchlines and get real aggressive, but also mix in some style. I mean, of course, I'm from the South, so I prefer, you know, how cats get down over here, because it really is a melting pot and a mixture of things. You know, you can see little hints and aspects of what, you know, has been becoming popular all over, you know, on both coasts. So the South kind of, like, you know, mixes things together. And then, you know, we have our own steez out here, which is, you know, it's very slanged out. You know, similar to West Coast and East Coast cats have slang too, but the South it's a totally different dialect. You know, we're a lot more laid back sometimes, but you never know. Like, I mean, when I battle, I'm stupid aggressive. So it's like, you know, it's hard to put your finger on a specific style from cats in the South. At least when it comes to battling, at least, because we're kind of like a wild card. You know, you never know what kind of MC you're gonna get. I've got an album coming out in November. With Ever Ready Records and shit. It's called I Should Have Kept My Mouth Shut.
They need to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, basically that's the solo record coming out right now. My group, Smash City Gauntlet, shout out to Red Simpkins and Jay Biz. We just put out, you know, like 2-3 months ago, like a free EP, just to, you know, to get the people's ears open. You can check that at smashcitygauntlet.com. That's SMASHCITYGAUNTLET, smashcitygauntlet.com. So that's a free EP. And, you know, I mean, I gotta send y'all some tracks. Basically, I can't even bullshit.
Yeah, send us some
I'll put
tracks.
it like that. I can own up when I slack sometimes. I've just been busy, but that's not an excuse. We're all busy.